I want Dave Damien. A Jamaican finest, here's Studio the Billboard Selector. I'm here to represent Eddie G TV. Subscribe, like, and share. You see, pray. Mad!
Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to Edivision TV, the channel where we look at sports differently. And wow, things are heating up. Ravel Morrison versus Steve McLaren. Press conference, and kudos to the YouTubers for taking over the press conference and asking the relevant questions. What about Ravel? Where is Ravel? I'm just going to let you hear a little thing before I get into Ravel's reply. I know you tune in to hear what Ravel had to say, and we'll get into that, but let's listen to the coach first and then we hear what Ravel had to say.
Coach, what do you say to the fans who think there's a petition out as well for the player to get back in the team? What do you say to the fans who thinks you have a personal vendetta against the player? He hasn't got like play.
I love Ravel. I worked with him for a year in Derby County, and I loved him as a personality, as a player. Fantastic, and there would be nothing better for me than to be able to pick Ravel at the top of his game. Everybody, it's not about the past, so you can't live in the past, and we're living in the now, and we're living in the future. And when I look around at the players, and the first thing I say is, okay, what league are they playing in? What is the quality of football that they're playing in? So that standard dictates where that player is at that present moment. Now, Ravel at that present moment, and I've spoke to Ravel, who spoke in the summer when we called him up, in the winter, sorry, when we called him up for the US game, just to get him involved and see his smile again and get him playing on the field. And I said to him then, we need you playing in a tough competition where you can get up to the standard, where you're demonstrating week after week. Now, the Dubai third division is not of that standard. There is no way that I can even watch him on video. There's no way I can see him because Y-Scout or whatever does not have footage. So therefore, I don't know. I know the level because I've seen the level. I don't know his but I've said, and I spoke to him before, and I spoke to his agent. The requirement is to play at a higher level to demonstrate playing at that level, and then giving opportunity for him if he is at that level and can perform at that level. And unfortunately, that has not been demonstrated. So therefore, I can't live in the past. I'd love to, and believe you me, there is nothing against Ravel. Me and Ravel get on really well, but I've got to be honest with him, and I've got to be honest with everybody, and say that it's about the now and where you're playing and what standard you're playing at now. And I've said, and I repeated to his agent yesterday, that with his ability, he should be playing top football. And at the present moment, he's playing in Dubai, third division, which is not top football. And then you can demonstrate in the football all the year, and then playing at a certain level. Of course, who wouldn't have Ravel Morrison in the squad playing as Ravel Morrison can? And unfortunately, I haven't seen that because I can't see any of the games that he's playing.
Okay, so the Ravel reply now. He's not in the 60-man Gold Cup provisional list. He's not in the Unity Cup. World Cup qualifiers we don't know, and based on what the coach says, and what I was telling you guys, that he won't be in that as well, So after the 60-man list came out, I messaged Ravel. Me, investigative work. I really had to see what was going on. So, like I did with Flemo, because Ravel must retire because he's not in the 60-man squad. He must take up him phone and call McLaren and say, hey, I've retired. So I asked Ravel, want me retired? So the message, look at this now, people. Yo, Rav, you retired from international football? His reply, no. They just took the piss, released a 60-man list, and didn't add my name. It's cool. And I reply, I said, wow. Pretending like I didn't know. I said, wow. So, Ravel not happy with this, none at all, people. And this was coming from the 60-man list. So, worse now, the Unity Cup now, adding more fuel to the fire. The Unity Cup press conference and what the coach had to say now will really shake up Ravel even more, because he was very upset with the fact that he was not in the 60-man list, as you can say, by the DM, the convo with Ravel. So people, let me know what you think. Ravel at this point in his career, the coach is saying that you need to play at a higher league. We cannot see the games, we cannot see you play. We don't know what's going on with your fitness wise. And obviously the coach don't rate the league none at all. None at all. And if you remember when the coach just came, Ravel just got a club. With that same period, Ravel got a club as well. He signed with the UAE side Precision. And Cataract asked in the press conference, look, Ravel has a club now. Because before, the argument was in the people. Ravel need to find a club. So, Ravel found a club. And the coach said, hey, it don't matter the league you're playing in. Everybody will have a chance. Somebody asked a question, does the league matter? And the coach said, it's out there. Don't matter the league. It don't matter the league. Once you're doing well, you will be considered somewhere, somehow. Now, fast forward now a couple months down the line. Same Ravel in the same league, doing much, much better. 20 plus goal contribution. And yet the coach is now saying that the league is too weak. We cannot say the league, you need to leave that league and go somewhere better. Go back to England. Alright? So, Ravel know what to do to get back in this team. If he really wants to get into the team at this point, is to move to England, find a better league to play in. But the money at his age, the money that he'll be getting down in UAE, I think he would definitely need to take a pay cut if he should go back to England. Nobody's going to pay him what he's on at Precision FC right now. So, and the way Ravel is thinking, are sounding, sound like he'll be there again next season. So that's where the situation is right now, people. Ravel will have to find a club. The coach pretty much said that right out. So no more guessing. Need to find another club before he can make his return. Alright? So Ravel fuming at not being named in the 60-man squad, and I would imagine that he is upset as well about not being in the Unity Cup. So, what say you? Ravel said they're taking the piss. You know what I mean? So, what say you? Do you think that the JFF is taking the piss? Or do you think Ravel is overreacting? Is there something more to this that we don't know about? Let me also know in the comment section below. I'm Eddie Gona. Thanks for watching. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe. You need to do all of that. More content coming, more inside news. Stick around, stick and stay. Alright? Boom. I'm out.
Hi everyone, I'm Christina Hudson, the chairperson of PWFJL. You're watching Eddie Vision. Like, share, and subscribe.